Hello all, and welcome to my channel, Southern Fried Knowledge. Avery here, and I'll be your guide for this crazy ride. I wanted to do a quick intro to this video. This was the first 3 days of a 12-day adventure we had in September of 2022. Please be patient as I get my YouTube legs. The video editing, and probably more so the audio editing, is a bit to be desired, to say the very least. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. Give me a break. I'm 65. This highly technological stuff is a bit over my head. I work on some technological stuff, but this computer editing and software and all that stuff, it's something new to me. But bear with me as I hope to improve as the videos arrive. This is January 7th, 2025, and my channel just launched on January 1st. Exact time of watch was 12:07 January 1st, 2025. 1/1/2025. That was like a 2 and a 0 and a 2025 with the razzle dazzle. I really appreciate you giving me your time. And now, without further ado, here is Yellowstone. Welcome everyone, and thanks for tuning in to these video highlights from our September 2022 vacation out west. This video will focus primarily on our time in Yellowstone National Park. Please continue watching, and I will talk more about other places we visited during this vacation. Yellowstone was only about 3 of the 12-day journey. Now, let's get started. We stayed in the town of West Yellowstone. As you enter the park from the west side, you will find that the main road in Yellowstone is set up like a figure 8, with an upper and lower loop. We got to the main road and turned north toward the upper loop. Just before we reached the upper loop, we stopped here at the artist paint pots. There are just so many features in Yellowstone, you never know what you'll see around the next turn. Like that. This next area is called Mammoth Hot Springs. This was one of my favorites from when I was a kid. I think I was maybe 12, 13, 14-year-old when I went here first time. 63 years old was my age when we went here this time. Don't have a lot of this on this particular video source, but this is always a highlight to me at Yellowstone, is Mammoth Hot Springs. I had 4 cameras on this trip, so we didn't get everything on every camera, but this is Mammoth Hot Springs in the upper loop. This area here is called Tower Falls. This is actually Tower Falls. It's on the eastern side, up near the top of the upper loop, just below the road that turns to go to Lamar Valley. Lamar Valley is where you can see a lot more wildlife and stuff. If you're lucky, you can, with some super powerful binoculars, you might get a glance at a wolf. Lamar Valley actually heads on to the Beartooth Highway. We did not see that this trip, but you know what? We come back in 2023. That's a whole other set of videos. But this was Tower Falls on our way back down to the next really great feature of Yellowstone. I think coming up next here, we may have a quick stop, a pull off on the way to our next big stop. Yes, this was just a scenic pull off. We wanted to take a look at it and see what we could see, and there was some bison in here. It's kind of hard to zoom in on. Tried to, but the viewfinder, they was so far away. But there is some bison right over there, left of the screen, if we can hold it steady. The guy don't really know how to work this camera. That was me. I can insult myself. Anyway, this is just beautiful country. You see bison anywhere side the road. You pull off, and you didn't know what you was gonna see around the next turn. And that's just look at the landscape here. It's just you don't get nothing like this on the East Coast. Like, this is really God's country here. I used to say that from when I lived in South Georgia, but this is like God's country. It's just amazing. And let's see what else we got on this video here. Like I say, this was just a quick pull off. Next, we do have one of our featured stops. This is the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, and you can see why it gets its name. This is just one angle of it. I mean, look at these. There's at least two different major waterfalls, an upper and a lower. I believe this is the lower. Could be wrong. Please forgive my audio editing skills as I learn how to do this editing. The video's coming along, but the audio I'm still learning. So the videos will get better, I hope. It's just hard to take it all in. I mean, you just almost have to be there. But hopefully this will give you the bug to maybe go take a look at this. If you go to Yellowstone, do not miss the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. You hear about Old Faithful, but a lot of people don't even talk about the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. And there's so many. This is just one side. We didn't even go. We went to several different spots on this side. We didn't go to the other side until the next year when we came back and spent, I think it was 12 or 14 days between here and Grand Teton. There's not hardly a bad view of the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. And this old Canon camera just don't do it justice. These shots were shot on for those wanting to know, this is on a Canon Vixia HF M40. A Canon model Vixia HF M40 camcorder. And you know how technology is. That might have been high-tech 10 years ago, but now it's kind of dark age stuff. Coming up in since we started this channel, I just got another camera that we'll be testing out on some trips and videos this year. Still at the Grand Canyon here. Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, for clarification. It's just breathtaking.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be sitting over it. There's some white TV. See it?
Right there in the middle of the.
No.
Oh, right there. Okay.
The landscape is unreal. It's like another planet. More wildlife. guy on the camera don't know how to get the wildlife, but he's there. Y'all please whack that subscribe button and give it a good old thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. At the same time. This is a view from right above one of the falls where you can just like right above it. The power. Okay, that was all of the Grand Canyon. This is just a roadside stop. I do believe there's a sign here somewhere that'll tell us which pull off this was. It might be Burl Springs. There's a sign here somewhere. A lot of these have signs. This is right next to the road there. It's amazing how they can build roads through all of this stuff. I'm sure a lot of it has to be redone several times. Actually, in 2022, the year that we went was when they had the Great Flood in Yellowstone, which had several of the roads shut down. Burl Spring, that's what I thought that was. We don't have features like this back in Georgia. Thank y'all for tuning in here. Stick with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Another waterfall. I think this was on the some kind of Fire Hill Road or something. I don't remember what this was called. It's like an offshoot of the main road. A little scenic road you pop off. And over there on that rim over there is like volcanic ash and rock that when Yellowstone blew back long time ago. She blew up, and that's some of the rock and stuff that blew up on that hill up there. Okay, here we are waiting for Old Faithful, which should probably be called sort of reliable, maybe. Usually Old Faithful runs about 10-15 minutes late every time, but that's pretty good, I guess. Take in a little bit of the ranger talk. The rangers are very informative around here. A lot of the rangers hang out in the Old Faithful area. You can walk the trails. Lots of other geysers in the area. Yeah, a lot of waiting. So this was probably a good 10-12 minute segment where we was just waiting on Old Faithful. I actually got tired, turned off the video, and then she started up. It's kind of like Tom Petty. The waiting is the hardest part. That's Old Faithful. Most of the time we was here for these 3 days in Yellowstone, it was cloudy and rainy. Didn't get to see a whole lot. That's one reason we decided to come back in 2023 and take it in for many more days. Yellowstone and Grand Teton. And when we went, on the next video, we'll show Grand Teton. And it's really all the mountains. It's beautiful. Grand Teton is a beautiful park that's adjacent just to the south of Yellowstone. But it was so cloudy you couldn't see nothing. But when we come back, oh, and it's still beautiful with the clouds, don't get me wrong. But on our trip back, it's just amazing. I hope y'all tune in for that, because that'll be posted in the near future, I hope. Hopefully I'm not talking over too much ported information here. I hope to have lots of videos coming in the future, and this was just off of this little Canon camcorder. I've got some video off of Samsung phone, S22, Ultra 22, whatever you call the big one. Got video off of that. I got video off of another Canon camera we had. Got what's that thing called? It's like a GoPro. We had a generic GoPro. I wasn't real impressed with that. I may put some of that video out there. Lots of pictures. Maybe not a lot of videos. So some of these things may be picture slides, but there's some beautiful pictures we got on this vacation. I promise you, Old Faithful will erupt. It's going to take a little while, but it will erupt. Because our time was so limited here, the main thing we seen here was Old Faithful. The following year we come back and there's some other great geysers and features in this area. And the Old Faithful Inn, I think if I'm calling it right, I may have to include some pictures on another video. That place is like the biggest log cabin. It's amazing inside. Didn't get any video with this camera inside the inn, but that place is just amazing. It seems to fit here in Yellowstone. It does. That's Old Faithful right there smoking. She won't blow till she's good and ready though. And every time I've ever seen Old Faithful erupt, it's never good and ready till at least 10 or 15 minutes after the posted time. I think they do that to get people there. So you'll be sitting there, there's usually a pretty good crowd by the time she blows. During this quiet waiting time for Old Faithful to make his journey up through the crust of the earth, if y'all have any questions or comments or anything like that, please post them down below. I hope to show you more videos, picture slides, whatever we can come up with. Some of these will be travel vlogs. I've got other types of vlogs, DIY stuff, and a little bit of humor thrown in some of them. But hopefully we can get some of these vacation vlogs. A lot of this is old footage that I had on my computer. I've been to, so far at this point, it's January 2025. I've been to 48 states. This year in 2025, middle of the year, we're going to knock another one of them out though. We're going to do a cruise to Alaska. I've never done a cruise, never been to Alaska. So hopefully y'all stick around for that, and by then I'll be learned how to work my new camera equipment and how to do all this editing stuff. And I appreciate if y'all hang with us, subscribe, like the videos, come back and view them, share them with friends, and maybe I'll get where I'm a little better at this. Very much a 65-year-old rookie at this YouTube channel right now. Southern Fried Knowledge. Like and subscribe, please. I need the views. I need the subscribers. I'm getting too old to work, and I've got to try to find something to supplement my income. And I do like taking pictures and stuff like that, and video and stuff, so might as well share it with the world, right? Hope so. Alright, old faithful. Are you gonna wake up for us today? It does. It does. Is it time to sing 99 bottles of beer on the wall, I suppose? 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Yeah, sometimes Old Faithful will kind of spit at you, and you'll think, oh, it's fixing to do something. Everybody gets excited, and then nothing happens. Sometimes you wonder if there ain't a guy down there in a cave with a big fire hose, and he's just laughing, waiting on us to cheer at him. I probably could have edited a lot of this out, the video, shortened it up, but I just wanted you to see what, if you go see Old Faithful, you're going to have to sit here, and you're going to have to watch and wait 10-15 minutes past the time, and they do post the times when the prediction. There's about 5 geysers in Yellowstone that they can predict when they're going to erupt. Old Faithful is the most frequent. Yeah, it's like once every, oh, I could be wrong if I say this, but I think it's like once every hour or a couple hours. It does it more than once a day. Some of them do it once or twice a year. Some of them they can't predict, but it'll do it more often. Some of them are several times a month. Old Faithful's not the biggest geyser. There's actually some bigger geysers with bigger eruptions here, but it's the most reliable, hence the name Old Faithful. I assure you, she will blow. I guess he got tired of talking. Come on now, there ain't but about 10 more minutes left on this video. You can do it, girl. Getting ready. Coming up. There she starts to blow.
It blows.
Letting off some steam and water. You do not want to go stand on top of that when she's blowing. While we've still got a few moments waiting for Old Faithful to finish her show here, please stick around for the rest of the video. We're going to have some other features of Yellowstone coming up, and Grand Prismatic Springs is a highlight. We was there on a rainy day. It's the only day we could get in. It's the smallest parking lot, and one of the greatest places to stop and visit in Yellowstone is Grand Prismatic Springs. We could only come on a day it was raining, and it was a weird time of day when nobody was there. I don't remember if it was late in the afternoon or in the morning. I don't remember. But anyway, it's still quite daunting to see up close and personal. Also like to mention our upcoming second part of this video, where we went to Grand Teton. And after Grand Teton, we flew to Seattle, did some whale watching, saw some orcas, drove down almost to Portland, then got on to 101, the Coast Highway, seen some amazing sights and features. Went to one of the Redwood National Forest, saw Trees of Mystery on our way to San Francisco, took in some San Francisco sights before flying back home to Atlanta. Anyway, that's going to be on the next video. Hope you'll stick around, come back. Hopefully my videos will get better. This one's from, a little over 2 years ago. 2 years, 3-4 months now. Be making some more videos, especially this upcoming cruise to Alaska this year. Come back for that. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff between now and then. Some DIY stuff, some humor stuff, some traffic in Atlanta stuff, reviews, music reviews. I do a little bit of everything. Just starting this channel out, so I'm just trying to see what fits, but it's got to be something that I like. I do like to travel. Got to be things I know about. Certain things I know how to work on, so I'll do some DIY on that, some home improvement DIY. Getting a little bit too old to be doing a lot of these things. And I was injured in a car wreck last January. Still got 6 ruptured discs in my back. Here's another waterfall. Don't remember the name of this one. Another windy day. I think when we went to Yellowstone Lake, it was very windy there. I may have to reduce the noise on that. It's so windy. Cut the noise back here if I can. Anyway, so I've started trying this YouTube channel to help, because I think I'm going to have to retire before 70. I thought I was going to work forever, but 6 ruptured discs in my back is kind of making me rethink that strategy. So I've got to find some things to compensate for that time. Let's see what this is. No, that's not Yellowstone Lake. That's just a big bunch of bison we've seen. This is on the lower loop on the eastern wall, if I remember right. Here's something FYI, if you go to Yellowstone, you cannot go to Yellowstone and not see a bison. I will personally guarantee you, if you went to Yellowstone, didn't have a blindfold on, and you didn't see a bison, leave a comment down below and I'll send you a box of Kleenex or something, because I don't see how you could go to Yellowstone and not see a bison. They're all over. If they want to walk out in the road, they will, but you will see some bison. You might not see a lot, but you probably gonna see a pretty good bit. Moose, on the other hand, we've been here twice, and moose are supposed to be more frequent in Grand Teton. We look real hard for a moose when we come back here in 2023. They are elusive. We have not run across a moose yet. Here's another feature beside the road, like a sulfur pot. You get mud pots, hot springs. This is just stuff that's amazing to look at. You wouldn't want to go for a dip in that though. And if I remember this one right, it really smelt sulfur in there. Well, you smell that a lot here, but certain ones you smell it stronger. And this one was pretty smelly.
These are cool. They look more like the paint pots.
Right side of the road, you can tell.
Bison poop.
This is bison poop. Bison will poop anywhere they want to.
Well, you ever seen anyone? Exactly. I gotta know.
The bison seem to love it around these hot features, and I can imagine in the wintertime, because this place is loaded down with snow in the winter. We went in September, but obviously, if I'm out there and there's snow everywhere, I'm going to go hang out by a hot spring. This is one of those features called like the Dragon's Cave or the Dragon's Lair. I don't remember exactly. It does look like a dragon lives there though, don't it? I love dragons, so I could visualize that. Of course, if a dragon stuck his head out, I'd probably go running. Yellowstone Lake. You can hear the wind. It was very windy. Pretty cold, the wind coming off of that lake. I apologize for the poor audio there. That was that old Canon camera. But lets you know it was windy at least. On this point, just look that way a second. And this is the boardwalk over to the Grand Prismatic Springs on a rainy day. Steam sticking everything to the ground because of the moisture in the air.
You see a fish, do you? Any fish?
Getting pretty close to the end of this
That's
video.
some warm water right here.
We got some good views of the Grand Prismatic the following year from up above it. With the sun shining on it, it's beautiful. This is not the Grand Prismatic. It's
50 to 300 feet.
I think this was Excelsior geyser or something like that. There was a big geyser that blew a hole a long time ago.
Pretty water.
It went dormant in 1890 and then came back in 85.
In 1987? Or 1887?
It went dormant in 1890 and came back in 1985.
Here is the Grand Prismatic. You can't see it. It's beautiful when the sun shines on it. But this is the boardwalk up to it. Now, I was up on that hill back there in the background the following year, and you can get a good view of it from up above. But that's it right over there. The Grand Prismatic Springs. It's supposed to look like it does right here in this picture. wet, rainy day. Okay, folks, this is like the last minute of the video, so don't forget to like, subscribe, set notifications, all those things you know you're supposed to do, and I'll forget to mention, but come back and visit our channel, and hopefully we'll have some great things for you. This is still at the Prismatic Springs as we're about to leave, and that's going to conclude this video. Thank y'all for watching. Come again.